Welcome to the Old Lumens channel again. Today I'm going to be doing a video review of a flashlight that I got in from China. This light came from Banggood. This is the packaging, just a very thin plastic bag. And I'm betting just from looking at it that maybe it was not actually from, I bought it, or got it, not bought it, I got it from Banggood. But I'm betting that probably from the address it was a drop ship. This came from IARONI, Irani Sports International Company Limited. So I'm betting that it didn't actually come from Banggood direct. It came from a supplier. It came through China Post. It was posted on the 2nd of June. Arrived today. So, about 15 days, somewhere around that now. This is the packaging, and I'm going to say right now that 1 point off for the packaging. Yes, there is wrap around it, around the outside of the body of the box, but it's not. The back isn't. The back's wide open. You can see. And it could have been damaged. I doubt that it has because I know how Nitecore packages. This is a Nitecore. This is the Nitecore EC4. All right. This is their new lightweight die-cast light. So I was really curious to see what a die-cast light would be. So this is how it came in the packaging. Like I say, 1 point off there. We'll go ahead and get it open here. What comes in the package is a nylon sheath or holster, if you wish. It's a belt holster. Also has a clip for hanging it from like a D-ring. Comes with a little lanyard here with a Nitecore logo on it. And there is some paperwork. Let's see, there's a user's manual and Nitecore warranty card. Let's see what the user's manual is. Just a single page folded in. And I'll go through a little bit about features just so you can hear what they have to say. The world's first die-cast light, solid, lightweight, aero-grade aluminum alloy construction, utilizes a Cree XML2U2 LED, maximum output of 1,000 lumens. Dual switch design offers unprecedented ease of use. Unprecedented, I want you to hear that because we've never had a dual switch light before. Thumb screw lock on tail cap doubles as a tripod connector. 5 brightness levels and 3 special modes available. High efficiency, constant current circuit, maximum runtime of 260 hours on the lowest setting. Advanced ATR technology, advanced temperature regulation ATR technology. Power indicator built into the on-off switch indicates remaining power. It's patented. Direct access to ultra low and turbo output, micro textured reflector, reverse polarity protection, stainless steel retaining ring protects core components from damage, toughened ultra clear mineral glass with anti-reflective coating. So that's good. It's an AR lens and it's a hardened lens. Waterproof in accordance with IPX8, impact resistance to 1.5 meters, tail stand capability. Alright, so it takes battery options. It'll take an 18650 Li-ion. It'll take a primary lithium batteries, the CR123s or the RCR123s are rechargeable. So you can use one 18650 or 2 of those. Output and runtime. FL1 standard, turbo 1000 lumens, high 520 lumens, mid to 40 lumens, low 80 lumens, lower 1 lumen. Runtime with what the, oh, this is 2X 18650 or 4 CR123s. Excuse me, 2 18650 or 4 CR123s. Runtime on the 18650s would be an hour and 30 minutes on turbo, 3 hours 45 minutes on high, 7 hours 45 minutes on mid, 19 hours 45 minutes on low, and 260 hours on lower. Now, of course, it's less with the CR123s. 1 hour 15 minutes on turbo, 3 hour on high, 7 hours 30 minutes on mid, 16 hours 30 minutes on low, 170 hours on lower, which is 1 lumen. Beam distance 322 meters. Peak beam capacity is 26,000 CD. Impact resistance 1.5, IPX8 2 meters. Okay, so it tells all the instructions here of operating battery instructions, on, off, standby modes, brightness levels, direct access to ultra low and turbo, and special modes and all that, lockout and unlock, and power tips, maintenance and warranty service. So that's got just about everything you need right there. And it's also in Chinese, just in case you need to read it in Chinese. All right, I'm going to go ahead and set that to the side. The rest of the packaging, you just have the light itself. It's in a plastic protection package. And take it out. And the first thing, of course, is it's light. I mean, it's really super light. You know, a lot lighter than one would expect. It's sort of a rectangular shaped body. And this is all one piece, rectangular shaped body that comes into the head. There are fins in both sides, okay, really deep fins cut in both sides. Now this is all one piece and probably, I mean, well, it's cast, so it's all cast in one piece. The deep reflector does look like it's, I mean, it's a SMO, but it does look like it has a tiny bit of, what do they call it, micro something on the finish, so it's not perfectly smooth. It is an AR coated lens, I can tell that much from the purple. Removable bezel right here, and the bezel is steel, but it looks like it's steel anyways. And it's not highly polished, though. It's a little bit dull, which is probably good for reflection, not having that ring on the outside. Then here's the tail cap section, and I don't know yet how to take it apart, so I'm going to wait until I learn how to take it apart. Looks like a ring on the back here, and this is for putting your 1/4 screw in there for standing it up on a tripod. We'll take a look here in a minute at taking it apart. You can hook your lanyard to either side here, okay? Man, that thing is light, unbelievable. So I'm going to go ahead and get some batteries here and read through the instructions and come back and turn this back on again. So hang on a minute. Okay, I'm back again. Now, as far as taking the tail cap off, there is a knurled knob right here, and you just turn it out. You just twist and, you know, on the knob, and what that does is there's a threaded ring down in here, down inside here, which you can't see, and there are threads inside the body right here, so that when you put it together, or, you know, and slide it in there, you just tighten it down. Okay, so that's how that comes apart. Now, the first thing I thought was, well, what if you put your cells in wrong? Well, you could, but I don't think it would fire up. We'll look at that. The cells I have are LGs, LG DBHE 21865. Okay, so these are LG 18650s. One side has a little contact point. The other side has a spring, so I know I'm going to put positive down on one side. And a perfect flat top probably won't work. You'll need something that stands up just a hair. Okay, these are not protected cells either, I don't think. Well, this is 1865, but I don't think they're protected. Anyways, then the other one I'm going to put negative side down against the spring. Okay, then you know, you look at your tail cap, you can see one side's got a spring, one side's got a contact point, so, you know, it would suggest you put it in that way. But I want to tell you that you can put it in backwards. Now, I wouldn't do that, but you can press in and you can tighten it down and put it on backwards. But it won't run because this battery being shorter down in, okay, has no contact, so it won't run with just the one battery. So it still is protected. You know, it's protected from doing it wrong, even though you could do it wrong. So that's what we do right here. We got it in there. I can hear the batteries rattling. I don't really care for that now. Now maybe protected batteries, it wouldn't rattle. I may try a couple magnets on the batteries just to see if it doesn't rattle when, in fact, I'll do that right now. Hang on a minute. All right, so I'm using a couple magnets on my cells to simulate protected cells and really, you know, get the cells up there for a length of protected. All right, turn that down there all the way. Now I don't have any battery rattle, so that tells me basically that they are designed for protected 18650s. All right, we know that much anyways. Now I'll go ahead and I'll play around with the modes and that kind of thing, and then show you what we got. Okay, so I'm just reading through the manual on the instructions on how to use the light. To turn the light on, I just have to turn this back switch, just press on it, and there's the lights on. Turn the light off, press the switch, and it's off. Now to put it in standby mode, turn the light on, and then hold the switch for a second, and now you see the little blue light come on there. Now we're in standby mode, and you should be able to see it flash. Yeah, right there, okay. That is basically, that's a locating flash in case the light is laying in the dark somewhere, that you could see that flash and know where the light is. The light will run, with 18650s, the light will run to over 6 months with that power indicator in that position. And to get rid of that, you just turn the light on, turn the light off, and you're back out of that, okay? Now we'll go into brightness levels, and I'll be back in just a minute. Okay, so when I turn the light on, I can use the front switch. Now there's two switches, remember. I can use the front switch to change the modes. There's the lowest setting. That's supposedly 1 lumen. Next is the low, and then medium, high, and turbo. Okay? And whatever mode it's left in, like if it's left in the low mode, when I turn it off, and when I turn it back on again, it comes back on in the low mode. So whichever mode you turn it off on is the mode that it's going to stay on when you turn it back on. Now, you have direct access to the ultra low and turbo. Direct access to the ultra low is, with the light turned off, you can press it for 1 second, and there you go, or 1 second or a little less than a second, and it's in low mode. We'll turn it back off again. Now with the light off, we can press the front switch, and it goes directly into turbo, okay? And then you use your back switch to turn it off again. So you have direct access to the 1 lumen low mode and direct access to turbo, all right? I'll go through the special strobe location beacon and SOS again in just a minute. Okay, so we're going to do the strobe location beacon and SOS. So with the light turned on, so we'll turn it on, and press the mode button, which is the front button, for over a second. There's strobe. Press it over a second again. There's a location beacon. Okay. Press it over a second again. Now we have SOS. Okay. And then you can just press the back switch, the on-off switch, to turn it off. Okay. Now when you turn it back on again, you go back to your normal modes. Alright? Okay. So, strobe ready, you can get strobe directly by just pressing on the front switch. Oh, sorry. Never mind. Let me try this again. You can get strobe directly by double pressing on the front mode switch. And there's your strobe menus. And I think, yeah, that's it. It just does strobe directly, and you shut it off with the regular on-off switch on the back switch. Okay. And then I'll do lockout and unlock here in a minute. Okay, the lockout mode is turn the light on and press both switches at the same time for 1 second. The light goes out and it's locked out. You can't turn it on, you can't use any of the features at all, it's locked out. To unlock it, you just simply again press both switches for a second and you're back into operational mode again. So lockout might be nice if you have kids around, or if you have somebody around you don't want to have it used, or you're going to put it somewhere where it might accidentally touch itself. One switch, might accidentally be touched. But as it says that in the lockout mode, with two 18650s, you'll still be good for 12 months before the batteries get really low. Also, excuse me, it also recommends it not to use the lockout mode if you're doing like in a backpack or something like that, because you could still possibly touch both buttons at the same time. So it's better to just take the batteries out. Well, to me, it's better to take the batteries out no matter what. But if you want to leave batteries in your light, at least you have a lockout mode if you don't want somebody playing around with it. Okay, let me see what else I can find. Well, I'll read the last little bit to you. Power tips after the battery installation or with the mode switch being pressed when the light is off. The blue power indicator built in will blink to indicate remaining battery power. The power indicator will blink 3 times when power level is above 50%, twice when power level is below 50%, and once when battery power is close to depletion. The ATR advanced technology, advanced temperature regulation technology, allows the EC4 to dynamically adjust the output performance according to its body temperature. So they must have a temp sensor somewhere inside the light, and as the light gets too hot, it automatically dims itself. So you can't overheat it. All right. Maintenance every 6 months. The thread should be wiped with a clean cloth, followed by a thin coating of silicone-based lubricant. And then it goes through the warranty system and all that. All right, well, my first impressions are that this light is very well made. I expect that from Nitecore. It's the machine. Well, this is a cast, so I doubt any of this is machined. It's probably all cast. Well, they must have to do something though to smooth it all up. Cast is not, cast doesn't come out super clean like that. It seems to be well made. No problems at all with the anodizing, any chips, nicks, dings, dents anywhere. The threading on the back of the light here is really well done. I still sort of question how long just only quarter threads are going to last over a period of time, an extended use. But with the fact that you have the 2 tabs that keep it from twisting as you do it, you may last quite a long time, especially when you lube it. This is not lubed, so I will lube the threads on it, okay? But like I say, overall, the LED is perfectly centered. Everything that I can see visually from the outside looks like it's well made. This back plate here is held on by 4 screws and 2 guide pins, which is good. You have some good support there. Everything looks like it's, like I say, done really well. So for the money, I would not hesitate in saying that it is a nice light, and it might be really good for someone who's, you know, backpacking outdoors, that kind of thing, or just somebody who wants to carry a lighter weight light. Certainly the two batteries are much heavier than the whole light is. So really, when you're carrying it, if you want to simulate how much this weighs, take three 18650s together, and that is the weight of the light with batteries in it. Take one 18650 by itself, and that's about that is the weight of about the weight of the light by itself with no batteries in it. Okay, that'll give you some idea of how lightweight it is. All right. Other than that, I just want to say that you know, I want to thank Banggood for sending this light to me. I did not purchase this light. They sent it to me free of charge. And while people will, you know, may say that I'm biased about how well the light is made, I can say that you know, I really don't think so. I mean, I think it's a very well made light. My opinion of a cast light is that cast aluminum does not transfer heat near as well as regular aluminum does. Okay, and that's to me is a proven fact. At least I've seen it over the years, and I've learned it over the years, and many times that cast does not transfer heat nearly as well. So I doubt it's as effective in transferring unless they found a new way to cast material. But the fact that they put a temperature sensor in there, and it means that they are concerned to make sure the light does not overheat and burn up. Okay, you know, for the average person to have a carry light, it's small. It takes two 18650s. It's not heavyweight. It puts out a decent quantity of light, 1,000 lumens. It probably does on turbo, or pretty close to it. About out the front, you know, I mean, to me it looks a little less than 1,000, but I would say probably from ANSI standard, it probably is 1,000 lumens. And the light operates fine. It has a fairly decent program in it with quick access to turbo, quick access to the lowest mode, with having the little blue LED that gives you an identification of where the light is in the dark. All those kind of little things are nice. And like I say, the light's just well made. I just question it as far as from a standpoint of me, like modding. I wouldn't touch it because I don't think there's enough metal there for any reason to ever touch this light and modify it for anything at all, because it's just too damn light and too little metal. But other than that, for just general purpose, it seems to be a really nice light. I like the way the rectangular body feels. I like the way it's not knurling, but the ribs sections in here, I like the way that feels to the touch. This is sort of a dull finish, so it's not super slippery. And like I say, that's about all I got to say, except that I love to run my mouth, and I appreciate you watching the video. Thank you.